After a week camping in the K-Murder death coffin on my way to and fro Dayton Hamvention, we thought of some upgrades, some modifications we want to do, so let's get at it. The first thing I did, the air conditioner isn't really secured so much, so there was like some 14 gauge solid copper wire that was just kind of holding things together when you traveled, but the problem with that was I couldn't put this cover over it easily. I mean, you can see there's holes in there, but it was kind of a pain in the butt. So when I was in Kentucky at Big Bone Lick, after I left there, I stopped by Harbor Freight and just got some really strong bungee cords to hold it in, and that seems to work just fine. I traveled all the way from Dayton to here in Texas with those, and it's a lot more secure. So that's one thing, but what I need to focus on today is inside here. All of this stuff. So we had a great time camping at John Bryan State Park in Dayton, or Xenia rather, and I had made those baskets for storage, but we kind of realized that that might not be the best idea. So I have been 3D printing these drawers. So these slide out, and I'm gonna mount these under the shelf, and these actually have a little hole in there so you can grab them underneath. So ran down to Ace Hardware, got all the hardware stuff, but also the USB, that's just not enough USBs. I've got 2 USB-C here and 1 USB-C there, and 2 power poles. That's not enough, so I printed the original version because I had modified this in the slicer. So this is the original version. In my previous video I said it was 5 ports, it's actually 6 ports, and then I bought a bunch more, or 4 more of these USBs. This one I like because it's got the voltage, and it also has a 65 watt PD, where these other guys that look like kind of faces, the PDs are 30 watts, and then you've got QC 3.0 for the USB-A. So I wired this up a little bit differently as well. I initially had all of this is on just one circuit. I just basically daisy chained all the positives together and all the negatives, where this one I decided I might as well have 2 different circuits for the Andersons, and then I've got 1 separate circuit for all the USBs, so that should be fine. And then I modified, this is the housing for it. I added a negative part here to make the hole so I can feed the wires through, and then I added a negative part just to make some small holes for the screws on this, just to make it easier so I don't have to screw through this. So what else did I do? I swear I just brought them out here. Where did I put them? Oh, and I printed 2 more of these. These are cell phone holders. I made them a little bit wider on, I think that's the x-axis. I made them 89 millimeters in the slicer so they'll fit my iPhone with the case on it. And I've got 2 mounted back there, right there, but I want to mount 2 more here by the doors, because when we're sitting up here in the couch, we don't have anywhere to put our phones. So that's the plan for today, and I think one other thing. Oh yeah, 2 more things. This TV, it works, and I didn't think there were any buttons on it. There's actually buttons on the top to turn it off, but I ended up buying a replacement remote. It was like 12 bucks, found it on Amazon. Caitlin found it actually. Turns out this TV powers with 12 volts. Here's the little brick right here. I just hooked it up to my meter, and this puts out 12.3 volts. So hopefully like 13.4 volts won't fry this. So we're gonna hack this, and I'm gonna wire the TV directly into the fuse box here. So we can just have that running directly off of 12 volts, which will mean I can get rid of this power strip, throw it in the front lockbox or something. I don't need it in here. And I also bought, I think this is another one of Caitlin's ideas. I bought one of those mesh cargo things that's gonna go here. It's not gonna be here till tomorrow though, so we won't be installing that today, but it's like 21 by 9, and that way I can store these 2 things. this is a little briefcase that turns into a little table. How cool is that? I had a table in here, it was a little too big, so this one is gonna work perfectly, and it's got this little mesh thing on the bottom. So have a little place to edit videos or eat food when we need to eat in the camper, whatever. And this, you guys are gonna love this. This is a little more for outdoors, shall we say? This is so cool. Can you guess what that is? Look at this. I paid like $33 for this. This goes up, this comes out, that goes down, that goes something like that, maybe. There we are. And now, I'm sure you guys have all wanted to see this on my YouTube channel. There, my favorite spot. So, hey, when you're out in the middle of nowhere, nature calls, you know, and it comes with these Eco Gel absorbent packs. So you put this in there, you put some water in there, and then it comes with a toilet paper holder slash phone holder. And then it came with biodegradable toilet bags. So yeah, you never know. Better to have it and not need it. All right, so I'm gonna get to work putting all this stuff up, and I'll show you guys the result when I'm done. It's supposed to cut to that. Mecca lecca hi, mecca hiney hiney ho. I had the wherewithal when I went to the hardware store to buy new screws to mount this, to bring my ratcheting wrench and make sure that the screw head fit in there, so I don't have to sit there and do like a 64th of a turn at a time. That's your pro tip for the day. Got to make little indentations for the screws because I suck at measuring. These are shop shades from Johnny Malecki. They're really good. And now my eyes don't hurt. That ain't going anywhere. Get in the hole. Moment of truth. Hey, look at that. They all work. How about the power poles? That one works. And that one works. I did it right the first try, Mom. Look at that. All right, success on electrical. I'm gonna hang back on the TV. I'm not 100% if I'm gonna do that, but we got these here drawers, so there's two parts. You've got the rail that mounts under the shelf and then the drawer itself. And these actually have, you can see this little guy right here. There's a clip. I glued this one in place. I should have not, that prevents the drawer from sliding all the way out. The one challenge that I haven't been able to find, and maybe you guys can have some good solutions, is when I'm driving with this, how do I prevent these drawers from just opening? I think the solution is just to take them out while traveling, but we were kind of thinking like maybe some elastic to go around it, or like, you know, like rubber bands or silicone ties or something like that. But there's not really any way to affix it to this. I don't want to drill anything into like the face of the shelf, like having screws to like hook something on. I don't want to do that. I want to keep it nice and clean, and that's kind of like, I know I would bash my head on that if I did, just because. So we're gonna see how this goes, so we're gonna install the first one. Wish me luck. Remember these things? We used them in school. They're called pencils. Yep, that worked. Yeah, but then how do you get that in there? You got to do that after the fact, huh? That works. So fortunately, the glue I used on the second rail here wasn't very strong. I took that little stopper off because there's no way to get it in once the drawer's in, but they just slide in temporarily. So that's pretty cool. And this thing is so not centered, this shelf. Driving my OCD crazy. Oh yeah. Up. Before. After. Are they perfectly centered? No. Is it driving me nuts? Yes. Gap? Not so much of a gap. Oh well. You know what's even more fun than doing something once? Doing it twice. I cut the first black wire a little too short so the cap wouldn't fit on the fuse block. So I literally had to take everything off because I can't access the set screws on the side of this to hold it in. So I had to take the drawers out. I had to take both of these off. I had to take this out, run inside, pop out one black Anderson, make a new wire, and do it all over again. So whatever, it's learning. That's what happens when you judge lengths. But it looks good. Huh? Huh? Thanks, Eric. This thing's freaking sweet. Now I gotta add the cell phone holders here. Using some of this, what is this? 3M command strips. Some of you guys said these wouldn't hold. They've held so far. Will they hold forever? Maybe not. But are they holding so far? Yep. So, what seems the next shot to you guys is actually sometime later for me. You see, I screwed up, sort of. I centered this off of this seam right here. That seam's not the center. That mark right there, after getting a tape measure out, is the center. So I took everything off, moved it over about 1 inch, so my OCD would be happy, but I also got these pretty even. There's about a 1/4 inch gap between the shelves and this, and I recessed this back just a tiny bit, so I'm happy now. So now I just have to clean up my mess and wait until tomorrow where we can put in the mesh thing that I bought. All right, new day, and we got the cargo net. I also got a couple fire extinguishers because, you know, these are like handles all the kinds of fires, so we should be safe. So this cargo net, I got 2 of these for like 15 bucks or something, and it's actually got, where did it go? There's like a little pocket in there, so you get 2 birds stoned at once. So I don't have room for this and the toilet. This isn't big enough. but that's fine. I don't plan on really keeping the toilet in here. So yeah, let's see if we can not screw this up. You know, somewhere around there, right? I'm gonna measure off of this line here. And if we just put that guy there, maybe, who knows? All right. Yeah, something like that, right? Might work. Look at that, huh? Yeah, buddy. Now, does this fit? Oh, yeah. That's perfect. That's pretty slick. Then you still got this extra compartment. Cool, cool, cool. Oh, look. They do both fit. Nice. Nice. So you can go to the toilet while you're using your table. I love it. Oh, I forgot to tell you yesterday. A couple days ago, I realized that I had an old Amazon Fire Stick, so I hooked that up to the TV, tethered that to my phone's internet. So now I got all the stuff here. Oh, we can watch POTA Power. There's Caitlin and Julie. So yeah, I got that going for me. And when I got home from Hamvention, my license plate was here. Look at that guy. TTK8MRD. Can anyone guess what that TT means? It's from the boating universe. When I was a kid, we always had boats. And we always had a smaller boat when we weren't on the big boat. So we'd go around to the different islands called a tender. TT is tender to K8MRD. So I thought that was pretty cool. So good couple days of installing stuff. That's the final result there. I love it. I think it's great. I think we're gonna have a lot better time with space management in this. It's all about minimalization for me. So yes. And now I can put out fires too. So I think that's all we got for this video. Thanks so much for coming along on another trailer radio video, even though there's no radios in there now. I did play radio in there. I have done it. Hooked my 7300 Mark II up to the power poles when I was in Big Bone Lake State Park. So now I'm rambling. Look at my little baby. Playing out in the sun, getting all dirty. Are you getting dirty, huh? There, all right. Satan says goodbye.